Hi guys, what's up? How's it going? This is Easy Things to Draw, and this is another version of Critique Corner. This is Carina.
Hey guys.
So Carina's helped us out. She's been like a mic girl. She's held the mic for the NZM Art videos. She's kind of always helped me out when I needed her. So she's gonna help me critique these drawings. Like, I mean, my art background. I've had worked in a few companies. Carina, what's your art background?
Nothing professional, but I do enjoy doodling, and whenever you go out to sketch, I always join you guys. It's just a hobby that I like to maintain.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's fine. It's good to have another, pair of eyes on this stuff. So, yeah, let's kind of get into it. Hold on. Did you hear the furries are attacking Tony the Tiger?
What? Why?
I don't know. They're bombarding his Twitter.
With furry porn, right?
Is that what it was? I don't know.
I did that a while ago.
Was that a while ago? Lyndon just told me about it. I don't know anything about that stuff. So, furry. I don't know. That's just what I heard. Okay, so let's get into this. Okay, this one, don't know who it's by. It's Wolverine, and so what we're doing a lot of times, I'm letting Carina go first because she's less experienced overall, right? You agree with that? I mean,
easily. Yeah,
and then so it also gives me another view of it, and then I'll try to go with my corrections. So you go first.
Obviously, it's Wolverine. It's classic Wolverine back from the '80s cartoon, right? Mm-hmm. And I already see. I mean, it's good, but there's a lot of anatomical errors I see in it. Like his head's really misshapen, I think. Like he should have, oh, that's bad too. He should have the end of his cranium, right? If he just looks like he has a bullet head there.
You do it for a note, just do it anyway. It doesn't matter what it looks like. Just do the little cranium thing for a note. Okay. It already has a layer.
I don't know.
Do it deeper.
It looks like Squidward there.
Do darker. I'm not kidding. It doesn't matter because this is all notes. I'm gonna go off and make a.
And his mouth area is problematic, I think. There's not much detail to the lips themselves, and I mean, his chin's a little misshapen. I think there's a few tweaks here and there that could be made that would improve this picture a lot. And then I have a big problem with his eyes. I feel like they're way too close together. I don't really know. The right one's a little bigger than the other one.
Right.
I don't know. You're close. I feel like this person's really close to getting. Oh, one last thing. His neck, something is really misshapen about it.
Click off it, right? Yeah.
This is bulging, like he has a tumor or something. I don't really know. If you're
a bulging disc.
Yeah,
he got a horrible injury.
Thinner, cut in, or have the other side be a little thicker and more muscular. I don't know. That's just nitpicking there. But overall, I feel like it's getting there.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I agree. I'm paranoid. I'm always looking at that mic. Yeah, I agree with everything you just said. Yeah, his eyes are too close. His mouth can be higher up. Right? That looks
a little Hitler stash.
That looks no. Well, how about that? A little better.
Yeah, but then his chin looks super massive.
Okay, so yeah, also his chin's a little deformed. It's a little bit too long on the left, and I kind of talked about this at another point of conversation between you and me that didn't exist. But what was I gonna say? Yeah, that's something I mentioned last recording.
That looks better already.
Yeah, you're just straightening things out. Oh, the difference between right and wrong is by centimeters sometimes. It really is. It's so close. So that's not that different. Really, it's not that different in terms of if you were to measure that out, but it somehow makes a decent amount of difference. Wow. Sorry, that truck. Huh. Yeah, but just straightening things out. A good thing to do, and you're not on. Look, you're not on what do you call that? On computer, probably, because this is my hand. But put it in a mirror. If you put it in a mirror, that's like an old trick. Did you ever do that or not?
Yeah, or take a picture of it on your cell phone.
Yeah.
For some reason that.
Yeah, like it shrinks it down and you see a lot of, I don't know what it is, but you see it objectively more. I do that to my paintings. I'll take a picture of it. Yeah, or a mirror. It gives you a fresh eye view on it. And then when you get a fresh eye view, yeah, you just see all these mistakes. Because sometimes I'll flip it on computer or put it in the mirror and I'm like, wow, that looks terrible. Like, what the fuck, like what happened?
But it looks a lot better.
Yeah, and sometimes I don't believe it when I flip it. I'm just like, oh, that's just the way it looks like flipped. But no, it's even. That's the way it looks like to everyone else but you.
Yeah.
So, that's a big deal. Yeah, just evening out tiny things.
Can you fix his neck?
His neck.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's got a big neck anyway because he's Wolverine, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes they always make him giant. I noticed this in comics. Like when they have the Hulk there, they'll like slim other people down in comparison. Like they'll make him gigantic and then slim other guys' necks down, like Batman and all that. And then sometimes if Batman's alone in his comics, yeah, he looks super giant, massive. Like, what'd you think of the Justice League trailer?
It looks good.
Yeah.
I'm excited for Cyborg.
I agree. We're talking shit.
Really? Well, yeah, I guess.
I like it though. I like the polygon.
I liked Batman versus Superman, so.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
I know.
Okay, I thought it was a badly edited trailer, but I liked the movie. Like I'm excited about the movie.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I didn't like the White Stripes playing like it just seemed like. Do you know what I mean? Like it played through the whole trailer, and I was like, come on. I don't know. It seemed corny to me, but and they're gonna replace TV Flash, right? I don't know.
That already looks so much better.
Yeah. I just started.
Little things too. You're just kind of carving away.
Yeah.
Like this person made a sculpture, and you're just like.
Chipping away at
the little pieces, refining it.
Exactly, yeah.
Just it's a drawing. Whoa.
Very true. But yeah, that's kind of the only. I mean, I understand the note is fix it everywhere. That's kind of the note, like just kind of little tiny tweaks throughout the entire drawing.
But on the bright side, they're little tweaks.
Yeah, they are little tweaks. They are. And again, I can't tell if. I don't know. There's certain things that I'm thinking about. Like, okay, so how dark are you pressing down on the pencil? Because it looks really light, like really, really light. It almost makes me wonder, like, hey, what's, like, are you alright? Like, like I don't know, like, are you not ill? But
maybe they scanned it in and lost some of the value.
He didn't scan it in because I can see the carpet back there,
oh.
So they didn't scan that in. So like, I'll write that as a note. Hold on. Yeah, I can see the carpet back there. So he definitely angled it and took a photo of it. But yeah, that's about it. Really.
I feel like if this person keeps drawing and keeps working at it, like this is gonna be an awesome comparison in a few years to how like a future Wolverine will look for them. It'll look more like your Wolverine.
Yeah, eventually. Eventually. Also, that animation's everywhere. I just saw like the Batman, that cartoon from the 1990. What was it? Like 2007.
Yeah.
I just saw that, and like all the animation started going through that like square chin. Which I like, by the way, the Bruce Timm square chin thing. I like it a lot. Anyways, we're rambling, so let's go on to the next one. Piece is actually a drawing off of one of mine. I can tell, like, as I drew this as a demo. I haven't found it. I looked through my files. I have no idea where it is. I know it's a sketch I did. I was thinking.
Not on Instagram or anything?
No. Wait, maybe. I don't think so. No, I don't think it's on my Instagram. But it's pretty straightforward. It's a dude like hulking out, kind of like I was thinking of Venom at the time, and that's pretty much it. I put I was in this phase where I put a bunch of weird
parts together, just Frankenstein it.
Yeah, like I would just throw a mouth somewhere weird, and I'll show you an illustration on screen of what I'm talking about, which I'll find later. But yeah, I would put mouths in weird places, and it just feel awkward. Like I put it in some dude's knee or. It was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. So this is one of those. I mean, obviously this is somebody else's drawing, copying that, and I can critique it based on that. But since you haven't seen the original one, I wanted to know what you thought first, and then we can go into that.
Okay. I really like the design of the character overall. It's this monster with a huge mouth on his body and a crab arm, kind of like Zoidberg. Very cool. As for the drawing itself, though, I feel like the lack of depth in his mouth on his chest troubles me. I don't know, I feel like it doesn't show that it's a deep cavern or anything. It's just black It could just be fur or something, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have a big problem with his left bicep. It's like really deflated.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of has this like camel hump going on.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like his right bicep came out a lot better there.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. I feel like his eyes they're very simple. They could use a little more intricate design on them. I'm not sure what your original drawing looks like.
It was just like Venom.
Okay, got you. I'd like to see more of like a compound eye on that personally, but because it's not a mask. Yeah, what are your thoughts on it?
Let me. Do you have another note?
Oh,
Oh, no problem. Yeah, there you go.
another note.
Yeah.
His teeth, I'm not really too sure about them. I think they could look a lot more menacing. His bottom teeth look like they're ready to eat a salad. It's not very like scary. They should have been more jagged, I feel, or it's not awful.
Okay. I like
It'd be
it.
cool if the mouth had like some sort of expression to it too, like
Right.
if it was like maniacally happy or just terrifying, like roaring. It just seems open there.
So not bad, right? Not horrible was the.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's just it has a few tweaks that it needs to make it more solid.
Yeah, that's cool. Okay, I like it. Let me go. Let me. So hopefully by the time I edit this video, I'm gonna, you know, have the original drawing somehow. But if I don't, like right now, I don't have it. Let me see. Ooh, yeah, I agree with everything you said. The biceps too small, right? The eyes. That's weird because I think I did Venom eyes. I'm almost 100%. I don't remember if it's a bug eye or not. The teeth, yeah, I think he's copying from mine. So I was trying to make those canines.
Yeah.
I don't know what the bottoms are called. Canines are these, right, or not?
Yeah.
And then what are the bottoms? Canine also? I don't.
It might be.
I don't.
Sure.
Okay, I don't know. I always say this: don't do it on line paper, and I know everybody talks shit about that because I always say that. But it's real. I don't like drawing on line paper at all. I think like it looks unprofessional because you want to present it professionally. And right now, I mean, and he's just sending it to me. That's good, but you know, scan it or that's just a super nitpick. But it'd be better to scan it and do it like on computer paper. There's no overlapping on this arm over here on his right arm. I think there's another note. It would be a little bit of overlapping. Little bit, like a tiny bit. Also, this looks a little too separate here, and that might be on my drawing. I think I remember thinking that. It looks a little disjointed. Usually they bunch up. Let me do another layer. Normally they're supposed to bunch up a little. Actually, let me try something. Let me try something here. Let me try cutting out that original. Does this smell weird?
Yeah.
What is that?
You farted or something?
No, I didn't fart.
I don't really know.
I'm not putting that in, by the way.
I wasn't gonna judge.
No, I don't know. It should be a little closer. That's gonna mess up my notes. Let me see. Bam. Should be a little bit closer. Yeah, I'd put that a little bit closer, and then I guess everything else is what you said. It's mostly the problem with the arms. Yeah, the teeth are a little bunched up. His neck is missing, but again, that might be in my design. And okay, here's an overall kind of issue. The waviness of the line, it should be not scratchy like that.
I thought it was hair.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so you would have to make it. It's not hair, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just kind of practice on. Yeah, I would just practice on your control. The control is a really big issue here. Anyways, that's about it. Let's go to the next one. Hold on.
Can you zoom in a lot on this
Zoom in on what?
painting?
Yeah,
drawing?
sure.
Okay.
In what way?
Like that. That's good.
We could cut that guy out of it. Well, no, we might as well talk about him. All right, here.
That's good.
We're recording already, I think. Yes, we are. Okay, so the next one, let's go on. I'm not even going to introduce these. I'm just going to like throw a little title screen
Is there
on.
a title piece for this though? That would be some
I
more-
saved it from yours, so it's not gonna
Okay.
really. Yeah, so I don't really know. What is it? This is an anime.
I think
Obviously.
it's One Piece, right? That's that
I haven't seen it.
Luffy character.
I
Yeah,
have-
I was more of a Naruto person back in my day.
Okay.
But
Back in your day, back 2
in
years
my
ago.
Anime. Hey, no.
Back a year ago.
Yeah, it looks.
Are you still playing Pokemon Go?
Yeah, level 17 now.
I downloaded it,
Yes.
but I
You're a
haven't.
little
I
behind.
haven't touched it. I haven't touched it though.
As far as the anime style, I feel like it's really true to that. It's good.
It is really good.
As far as anime goes.
Mhm.
I'm not really too sure about the musculature of his abs here. It looks a little unnatural, even for a cartoon. It doesn't seem like that's how muscles would be.
Even for a cartoon, it is
Well,
unnatural.
I mean, yeah. I mean, like, I wouldn't.
I know what you mean, yeah.
Like, physiologically, it doesn't
Right.
make sense to me. Like, and I feel like the pec here, the way he's facing, he has less of a pec. Like, he should have more
Right.
chest.
He should.
Besides that,
What's with the flames?
I think it's more like a shadow.
Okay.
Maybe you didn't want to draw the pants or something, or maybe your reference didn't have a lower torso, because I'm guessing you use reference for this.
Mhm.
I really like the shadowing he has under like the armpit here and on the shirt.
Me too.
It would have been nice if he kept that up for the other side or more of the painting, or I mean drawing. Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff here that I see. I like the little skull addition here. I don't think a real life skull would look like that necessarily. It almost looks like a monkey skull. But, I mean, it's a good start. And, yeah, it kind of looks like you could still work on this a little bit more and get a little further in your drawing.
True.
What do you think?
Yeah, I think the thing about the shoulder. Let me make a note on that. I don't know. I don't know what that means. And then, so it's constantly looking at everything. Okay, so what I think is the skull's supposed to be like in the background, right? Like a
Yeah,
creepy, right?
Yeah.
Or maybe like symbolic.
Or like translucent almost.
Yeah.
It's like there, foreboding.
Yeah, like some.
ominous.
Yeah, exactly. I was thinking that too. Like the end of an episode or something. Like, oh no.
He looks very, he's thinking about life and I guess death.
What character is this? Oh, you don't know anything
It's
about One Piece?
Luffy, right? Luffy?
Dude, I mean, explain it to me, like, cause I don't.
They're pirates, that's all I know.
All right.
I'm more of a ninja person.
So the stuff in the background, like, I guess it's a little crooked. Again, it's very similar to the last piece. It's like everything's just a tiny bit off. Like the eye socket should be, because I know he's turning his head, but his head's still gonna be on an axis. So if he's turning his head, his head's still gonna be something like that.
Yeah.
There's gonna be a center line, and then if that's gonna happen, then you know all this stuff is gonna follow. Let me look.
Kind of looks like the teeth are sticking out on the side here, right?
Right, exactly. It looks kind of
Kind of
crooked, and
goofy.
we used to call it solid. That's the term we used a lot. Like, oh, that's a solid drawing, meaning it's a solid drawing. Like I can't really quite bash, like not even bash it, but it almost looks like. I'm trying to think of a metaphor. I don't know. It looks like maybe a statue or something that if you were to push it over, it won't fall over. You're like, oh, that
Yeah,
shit's solid.
okay.
You know, where this one is sometimes like if that was real, it would just crumble to the ground. You know, or it would just like, oh, that's, you know, kind of not formed well. That's kind of the best thing I can do. There is something I wanted to talk about really quick, and it's kind of like, it's weird. It's pimping another channel a little bit. It's a guy named Cube Brush. He's a huge, really cool channel I watch. Well, not that huge. I guess like 200,000. I mean, he's like twice as big almost as my channel. I got like 60-ish, 70, 75, 60 I think. And then he created a preset brushes on. Okay, this is so off. Sorry, this is kind of off topic. Do you know what preset brushes are or no on
Yeah.
Photoshop?
Yeah.
Okay, so he created a preset of like heads in different angles. So like the brush will be a head like angled like this structurally. And I'll show like a video of this or something because I thought it was really cool. I don't know if it's an original idea, but I thought it was really cool. So you can just start with like a generic head aimed that way, and then you can add features to it. This is all digital though. I don't teach digital on this channel. I should. I started to, but then I don't know.
Don't you think, though, as a beginning artist, you should just not stick to the presets?
Right. Of course not. Yeah, of course not.
You're not going
I
to
just
get
thought
any
it was.
better that way.
You're correct. I just thought it was cool. That's all.
Okay.
Don't don't shit on it. I know you mean you did.
No, it's cool, but
Right. No. I just thought it was neat. Yeah, this stuff in the background. Okay, so I would go two directions. I don't know anything about One Piece. Like, I mean nothing about One Pieces or something. But I would say I would go two routes. Make it really dark, but don't put much information about it. But it has to, well, how do you say this? See, it's less of a value. So I would take like a lighter pencil if you use more than one pencil, which I do. I don't know if you do. You don't, right?
I usually just bring
Just one, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I usually use a pen now, but I would either make it really dark with a lighter pencil, or I would, because there's less information in this. See how there's like not his jaw's not showing, and maybe something like that.
Yeah.
Or just go super thin on your lines, which is kind of what he did. So I don't want to talk smack, but I still want to see it right off the bat. I can't even see that. It's like what? Like when I first saw that. Anyways, enough of the skull. I'm gonna talk about Naruto over here.
Oh.
Just kidding. What is this? One Piece. What's his name? Luffy.
I could be totally wrong right now.
Okay. There's gonna be
like
so much. No, dude, people still talk. People talk. Even though my channel's not giant, like people talk smack.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
People talk smack, yeah. Okay, I don't know what this is.
Fake nerd girl trying to talk about anime.
I know.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that.
I don't really like the shadow too much. I feel
His arm's missing too, right?
Yeah. That could just be he didn't want to draw the arms. Maybe that's something you need to work on.
Well, he's got one arm. You see that?
Oh yeah, he does. I don't know what happened on his right side, man.
He's got like a Dragon Ball and I'm sorry, an energy ball with his crab hand I'm drawing.
No.
Oh my God, mother! Sorry.
I feel like the shadow of blue, you could have made it more solid. I don't really like the scribble effect, even though it's supposed to look like chaotic and like obviously this character is going through some hard times. But the scribble just look.
Wait, why is this character going through hard times?
I mean, look at his face, and then he has a skull in the background.
He has no lower torso.
He has no lower torso, exactly. But no, don't you feel like the blue just kind of looks too elementary with the scribbles?
Yeah, it looks messed up. There is vignettes, and I don't know what this is supposed to be. If it's supposed to be, you said you think it's a shadow. I think it's a flame, but whatever it is.
Maybe a flame. Well, if it's a flame, then it has even more problems. Or I have more problems with it.
I would have, yeah. I would either flatten it out, right? Maybe like that. Probably lighter.
How would you get a chaotic look without doing scribbles?
Well, normally I would go back to my cross hatching. You know what I mean? It would depend though. I would probably what the? Yeah, there is a way to vignette it off. Like if a lot of the lines are going the same direction. You know what I mean? Even though it'll start forming. It'll kind of start forming a single object. The more little lines you do, because I do this all the time in sketching. I'm working on a sketchbook, by the way. I decided.
Yeah, that looks a lot better just right off the bat.
Did I tell you
that?
Oh, no.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't.
I feel like the marker.
That's new. It's breaking news.
The marker he used is too thick for the squiggles,
Right. No, I agree. You could you can do this and it'll vignette off. Right, the marker's definitely way too thick. You can do thinner, because thicker lines attract attention. That's just the way life works in art. You could do that and make it vignette off somehow, and you can choose how it vignettes off, if it vignettes off in a shape, or pick a solid shape first and fill that in. Like I know back in the day when we did life drawing, we would do like just a straight up box. Obviously I'm about to screw that guy's skull up, but just like a box, and then that'll make this other figure, depending on what color you want it, that'll make this other figure pop forward.
Yeah, I already see it.
Yeah, something like that. Again, that would assume the skull's not there, or you can maybe bring that skull in there somehow. But I would say with just this figure.
3D.
Yeah, it makes it pop forward, maybe a little bit over here. I'm gonna make a composition. That's on. I'm gonna make a composition video one of these days because I feel like that's something I haven't talked about, and I know a decent amount of it. I just don't feel secure teaching it yet. But I'm gonna study it and try to make a video of that because it's so important. I think it would save you a lot of even presentation wise, that looks a little better, and it's like the same drawing. There's really nothing different about it. You're just presenting yourself better. And I saw that at Art Center.
Yeah.
a lot, where I was like, that guy does a drawing about my level, but he'll graphic design it or something, and it'll look better on the page. And I'm like, how'd that guy do that? It just looks pretty, and he's not doing anything hard, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Any other thoughts?
Nope. I feel like it's a good drawing.
Project.
I feel like it's a good drawing. I just think there's a few tweaks here and there that you need. Maybe just more. Maybe some darker lines would be better. Because I feel like you're losing a lot with the soft lines there in this picture, at least, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Anyways, that's about it. Okay, guys. So this is like a new format I'm trying out with Carina here. Maybe like once a month we'll do this. I'll figure it out.
And other guests as well.
Yeah, of course. I was gonna run through like everybody actually.
Too.
No. Have you heard her on our? Remember that time? Yeah, she's terrible.
Oh.
No, that's sad. Yeah. Well, maybe we can figure something out. But I can't imagine Lily doing this either. Like, well, we'll see how this goes. Okay, guys, this is something I'd like to try. I want to incorporate my friends into this whole thing a lot more because all my friends are artistic in some way, and they all give feedback that I wouldn't have thought of. So if you do want to send something in and have it critiqued by either me, obviously I'll be always here, either her or somebody. I'll have somebody around. Let me know. And I don't think Lyndon wants to be on camera at all.
Oh. You can put like a little furry.
Yeah, in his place, right?
In his place.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. But if you do want to submit something, submit it to omegaman20@gmail.com. I'll put that on the screen. Another thing, add me to Snapchat. I'm on Snapchat. I'll put it on the screen right now. I'm on it a lot now, so you're on there too? Not really. No, you're not on there. So anyways, thanks a lot, guys. I'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye-bye.